What are you doing?
Good morning, everyone. Graduates, if you're not all in, please be seated. Welcome friends, family, art lovers, and the classes of 2023 and 2024 to the Sotheby's Institute of Art, New York commencement ceremony. This day marks our graduates' professional entrance into a new phase of the world and springboards innovative opportunities offered through the multi-layered conduit of the art trade. Since 1969, Sotheby's Institute of Art has been the leader in international art market education, objects-based connoisseurship, and methodologies of valuation skills. To our worldwide alumni base, the Institute and its unique abilities to communicate the language of art has provided invaluable insights in the pursuits of careers, be they commercially traditional, entrepreneurial, or academically inclined. Today's graduates have devoted themselves to intensive study, research, and reflection. Within an art market context, we know this experience will benefit their future as we move to adapt to a rapidly changing tech-centric world and global cultural environment. Field study, presentations, projects, and internships have taken our students through a feast of art fairs, galleries, museums, artist studios, and biennales here and abroad, physically and virtually. Most importantly, many have formed relationships with classmates and professionals who may become future collaborators and colleagues within this global art community. This ceremony today recognizes progress from enthusiastic students of art history and art business to the status of new members of their profession. These graduates will lead the future of the art industry into an era of positive change, transformation, and most importantly, growth. I would like to take a moment as the director of the Sotheby's Institute of Art, New York, to extend our sincere gratitude to our colleagues at Tsinghua University, namely Professor Lu Jiabao and Chris Zeek, for their cooperative operation and support of the collaborative MA in Art Business program, as well as ESCP Business School, l'École supérieure de commerce de Paris, for our dual degree partnership. This has brought much joy and expertise into our New York campus. Thank you very much. I would like to introduce you to some of the members of the Institute's academic community who are talented and dedicated experts, scholars, teachers, and mentors for our graduates, and whose pride in their accomplishments is by friends and family. Please stand with until the entire group is introduced. Dr. Bernard Veur, Global Director, Fine and Decorative Arts and Design. Dr. Lu Jiabao, Senior Professor of Liberal Arts, Tsinghua University, Beijing. Judith Prouda, Esquire. Dr. Morgan Falconer. Dr. Agnes Perez. Dr. Eric M. Wolf. Ms. Betsy Thomas. Ms. Maria Sancho Arroyo. Hongjing Han. Dr. Stephanie Jean-Jean. Mr. Lawrence Motz. Ms. Claudia Ofuana Draber. And lastly, Mr. Brendan Burns. Thank you, faculty. This would not be possible without you. I offer you my deepest gratitude on behalf of the Institute and our alumni. It is my great pleasure to introduce our global program directors who will present each program's student speaker. These student speakers were selected by their faculty to represent their fellow graduates based on their academic accomplishments and overall contributions to the Institute. Please welcome to the podium Dr. Bernard Veur, Global Program Director of the Fine and Decorative Art and Design Masters of Arts program.
I would like to introduce Cassandra Ibrahim. Cassandra Ibrahim is a New Jersey native and graduate of Fordham University, where she majored in art history and minored in Italian and Orthodox Christian studies, with a concentration in American Catholic studies. Before attending Sotheby's Institute of Art, Cassandra interned at 3 prominent museums in New York City. At the Brooklyn Museum, she worked on material for the Warhol Revelation exhibit, which later inspired her thesis topic at Sotheby's Institute. At the Met, she catalogued 19th century masterpieces for the European Paintings Department, and at the Frick collection, she authored a gallery talk on a 14th century painting for its YouTube channel. As a student at Sotheby's Institute, she worked for Doyle auctioneers and appraisers in the Trusts and Estates Department. In the classroom, her enthusiasm for art history shined through her thought-provoking questions. After graduation, she seeks to continue her passion for the arts in a professional setting. Please welcome Cassandra to the podium.
Good morning, everyone. It is truly an honor to speak before Sotheby's Institute of Art Director Anne-Marie Richard, MA in Fine and Decorative Art and Design Director Dr. Bernard Veur, keynote speaker Brooke Lampley, my fellow valedictorian speakers Kinda and Angelina, and of course our beloved and esteemed faculty. To my fellow classmates, the classes of 2023 and 2024 Sotheby's Institute of Art's Fine and Decorative Art and Design program, MAPDAD, congratulations. We made it. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. And importantly, let's give another round of applause for the family and friends in the room who supported us while we earned our master's degrees in the invaluable study of art history. To our loved ones here today, the study of art history and the reasons for doing so may seem hard to grasp. Yet the need to study art history today is more important than ever. Artworks are intimate windows into the past that provide viewers with a uniquely acute understanding of the common human experience that transcends time and place. Paintings and sculptures demonstrate a distinct experience of an era. For example, Claude Monet's cityscapes enshrined the living experiences of Parisians grappling with the rapid urbanization of the 19th century. While depicting the hustle and bustle of tree-lined walkways, Monet captured the collective fear of pollution that continues to this day. And his radical impressionist style marks underlying cultural shifts in both society and art. Monet is just one of many artists who preserve the collective human experience that brings us together. Artists observe society and then create visuals illustrating the emotion of an experience in a way that textbooks could never. So, the preservation of these cultural objects is paramount. But as many of you too have experienced, choosing the art world as a career path is quite, well, difficult, challenging. So allow me to tell you about my path to the arts. I grew up in a small town of around maybe 4,000 in central New Jersey, of which most of you have never heard of. And jobs surrounding the arts never really seemed like an option. So naturally, during my first year at Fordham, I told my academic advisor that I was going to major in art history. She looked at me, puzzled, and said, You have a reading disability, you shouldn't do that, it's difficult to find employment. And at one point during my senior year, I thought she might have been right, as internship rejections piled up. But I persisted and eventually worked for one of the most venerable museums in the world. And today, just like many of you in this room, I stand before you as a graduate of Sotheby's Institute of Art, a program that fuses the history and market of art into a single master's degree. To those of you who shared similar experiences with academic counselors or mentors, who found it difficult to justify our career path to loved ones, who even at one point questioned whether this was the right path, take pride in knowing that we chose to pursue a passion that gives meaning to people's lives and furthers a deeper connection to society's understanding of the human experience. To graduate from Sotheby's today is to embody the bravery of artists like Monet and the Impressionists, who unapologetically transformed modern art in the face of naysayers. It takes courage to choose a less traveled path in the arts when well-traveled paths are everywhere in New York City. And while the former can be daunting, it is more important now than ever. Today, in the digital age, where technology rivals intimate experiences and human connections, MAFDAD students stay drawn to the analog, the oil on canvas, the ivory carved miniature, the Belle Epoque architecture. We understand that each generation must preserve and study historical art and heed its lessons. Because if we don't, that shared human experience that binds us together may prove harder and harder to grasp. Our MAFDAD program, small yet powerful, is distinctly unique among less traveled paths to the arts. Together, we relish the masterful canvases of Velázquez and Goya at the Prado in Madrid. We analyze contemporary works at the I-54 in Marrakesh and at the Venice Biennale. We connected over a common love of artistic expression and the historical objects of the past that shape our shared understanding of the human experience today. And like artwork, the friendships we made in MAFDAD also transcend borders. Students from South Korea to Italy compose our graduating class, as together, we have evolved into globally informed citizens. Viewing and studying art from other cultures with students from other cultures enhances global connectivity. My fellow graduates, I admire your tenacity. Our coursework and countless hours of researching and writing challenged us to analyze centuries-old antiques from a new and innovative perspective. As one of my favorite artists, Eugene Delacroix, said, "What moves men of genius, or rather what inspires their work, is not new ideas, but their obsession with the idea that what has already been said is still not enough." What we did during our studies at Sotheby's Institute is what Delacroix found necessary to inspire work of genius. I am confident that, because of MAFDAD and the specialized skills that it has provided us, each of us, like Monet, will go on to further the collective human experience that binds us together. Congratulations, graduates. Here's to the start of something more. Thank you.
Thank you, Cassandra, for this beautiful and inspiring speech. I'm very proud of your achievements and of all the MAFDAD graduates today. Please welcome Dr. Judith Hacking, Global Program Director of the Contemporary Art Masters of Arts program.
Thank you, Anne-Marie. I would like to introduce Kindle Gandour, representing the MA in Contemporary Art, or MACA, as we call it. Kinder Gandour grew up in Ivory Coast, West Africa, and is of French-Lebanese descent. Kinder studied graphic design in Paris and, after working in a mid-century modern art gallery, decided to move to New York City to pursue her education in contemporary art with us. During her studies at the Institute, Kinder fell in love with the city and is now a burgeoning contemporary art curator. Please welcome Kinder to the podium.
Dearest faculty members, honored guests, and graduates, good morning. My name is Kinder Gandour, and it's an honor for me to be giving this speech today. To be totally honest, I was surprised I was chosen to represent the contemporary art section. And in fact, when I started the program, I felt like I knew so little about the art world, and some of my classmates were in the field for decades or came from families from collectors or dealers. But standing here today, I understand that the art world is not about knowing every gallery or every artist. It's about bringing out an authentic vision and standing up for your true self. This program is about genuine connections. So I decided to embrace my culture and to focus on the reason why I decided to do this master's. I wanted to see art every day. Sotheby's Institute shaped our curiosity and pushed us to incarnate culture. Sotheby taught us that wonder is an unlimited resource, and as we gather here today to celebrate our dedication and passion for arts, we are not just honoring individual achievements, but we're celebrating the rich diversity that defines our school. Each one of you brings a unique perspective and heritage to the world of art, enriching it with your own experiences. Art knows no boundaries. It transcends language and geography. It is a universal language that speaks to the soul, light our imagination, empathy, and understanding. In a world that is divided, art has the power to unite us, to bridge the gaps between us, and to remind us of our shared humanity. Art has always been a catalyst for change, a mirror reflecting the complexity of our world. Contemporary art studies are about understanding the pulse of our society. It's not just about aesthetics or entertainment. It's about challenging our perceptions, sparking dialogue, and pushing the boundaries of what is possible. As Pablo Picasso once said, the purpose of art is washing the dust of the daily life off our souls. Indeed, art has the transformative power to inspire us, provoke us, and catalyze innovation in ways we never thought possible. Dear classmates, we embark on the next chapter of our journey. Art with the knowledge and soft skills we have acquired here at Sotheby's Institute of Art. Remember the profound impact that art can have on the world. Whether you choose to become an advisor, a curator, an educator, or dealer of the art, know that you have the power to make a difference, to trigger the minds and to inspire. Let us remember that in the pursuit of innovation, art is not just a luxury, but a necessity. I would like to thank my professors, Han, Agnes, Morgan, Stephanie, and Claudia, that always push us to think critically, and my parents that came all the way from Abidjan for this special day, and my mom, who is my role model, and she was actually pregnant with me when she was studying graphic design, and here we are, 25 years later. This diploma is for you and a proof I wasn't just having fun in New York all this time. And congratulations for the class of 2023 and 2024. And may your futures be as bright as the James Tourelle room. And I love you so much and congratulations.
Very much, Kinder. Now I'm all emotional. This was so beautiful. Finally, it is my honor to introduce the speaker of the Art Business Program. As director of the Art Business MA here in New York, I would like to introduce Angelina Diamante. Angelina Graduating from Sotheby's Institute of Art as valedictorian with a master's degree in art business, embarked on her journey at Sotheby's Institute of Art in January 2023, following her completion of a bachelor's degree in art history and fine art from Fordham University. Throughout her time at the Institute, Angelina has undertaken a leadership role as an active member of the Sotheby's Institute of Art community, fostering a welcoming and outgoing presence throughout campus. Her involvement spans a number of diverse responsibilities, including graduate assistant, student representative, curator, and guest speaker. Angelina brings these skills to her position at Sotheby's Auction House, where she has worked as a client service representative since September. Angelina hopes to one day continue her educational journey to pursue a PhD in art history. Please welcome Angelina Diamante to the podium.
Thank you so much, Anne-Marie. My name is Angelina Diamante, more informally known throughout the Sotheby's Institute community as Lena, and it is truly a privilege to speak before Director Anne-Marie Richard, our accomplished keynote speakers, faculty, alumni, family, and friends, and of course, Sotheby's Institute of Art New York's graduating classes of 2023 and 2024. I am so honored to be your valedictorian. Upon receiving word that I would be speaking to you today, I reflected on my time spent at Sotheby's Institute, determined to conceive an extraordinary synopsis of the days spent in class, field trips, tests, and I'm talking about those art law ones, friendships, parties, exhibitions, and so many more facets of the SIA experience that have brought us to this very moment, our commencement ceremony. Initial topics of interest were those that I deemed defining of my personal journey at SIA. Serving as a student ambassador and administrative assistant for the duration of my studenthood, representing Sotheby's Institute at Columbia University through a summer intensive, securing a position at our namesake institution, Sotheby's Auction House, and organizing a student-curated exhibition that even the mayor found fit to attend. However, I instead found the mundane all the more intriguing, and that is what I have opted to speak to you about today. As I gaze upon the graduates in their robes, I am reminded that, as I stand before you now, my choice of everyday attire in classic black seems anything but the distinctive usual. If you have ever seen me around campus, which I am sure most of you have, my all-black attire and bold aesthetic is likely the first thing that you encounter, besides my very outgoing personality, of course. Now, in my early 20s, I am comfortable enough to consider that my black clothes, black hair, and black boots are somewhat of a trademark. Not something that defines me, but rather an expression of my individuality and creative eye. Qualities that are highly esteemed in this industry. Though some may see it as a mere eccentric stylistic preference, my affinity for black is much more personal. It is a connection to my roots, to my mother, who passed away just over 2 months ago. My mother, much like myself, was drawn to the elegance and power of black. As an accomplished luxury hotelier, a black wardrobe was fitting, allowing her to stand out among a crowd and command attention and respect with the utmost sophistication. Each time I wear black, I carry a piece of her with me, hoping to emulate her resilience and courage. It is not all about me, though. Within the context of art business, black holds a special significance. I recently read an article in Vogue titled, "What Women in the Art World Wear? Prada and Plenty of Black." though the relevance of the shade extends profoundly beyond a formal standard of dress for the connoisseur. In fact, the art world owes much of its aura of glamour and prestige to the presence of black, as a backdrop against which the true hues of masterpieces are best assessed, as the ink on the contracts that discreetly, though prominently, sustain the art market through the interlinking of one arts institution to another. Indeed, the presence of black is a subtle yet instrumental quality within the art that we have been trained to carefully perceive. Think the dramatic chiaroscuro of a Caravaggio, or the thin black striations that accent Pollock's monumental action paintings. I hope that I am clear in my assertion that black in the world of art business is more than just a color. It is that which underscores and unites the very principles of artistic expression with the endeavors of commercial enterprise, the crux being its predominance, yet obscurity. What I aim to convey through these analogies is a poignant truth that lies within the essence of black, one that has been formative for myself, as well as one that I believe will be relevant to each of you, now graduates of Sotheby's Institute. This is not the first time, and it certainly will not be the last, that you will hear about the shortcomings of working in such a competitive industry, no less in a city such as New York. We have all experienced the unfortunate pain of rejection, scored poorly on an exam, and felt diminished in the presence of our peers and colleagues. Let me go back to black, though. While undeniably striking, the color black yet remains shrouded, coerced into humility, and overlooked due to its imposing demeanor and refusal to assimilate. In spite of this, what we are to take away is that brilliance emerges from this shadow of supposed insignificance. And through being granted the honor to be in front of you today, I am all of the proof that you need. I would like to conclude with the following. As graduates, you stand on the precipice of establishing and subsequently unveiling your truest selves. I urge you to be wary of the polarized world that awaits, but to also embrace the greatness that resides within those who are confident to transcend boundaries, be utterly authentic, and challenge themselves. For it is through this journey of self-discovery and acceptance that one will rise to their passions, enduring a legacy that demands recognition and resists any subversion into the background. And with that, congratulations, classes of 2023 and 2024. As you step boldly into whatever comes after, please heed my advice to embrace what is unique, unprecedented, and unapologetic. The rest is sure to follow. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Angelina. I'll be sure to follow. And now, I would like to introduce you to our Tsinghua University Beijing partner, colleague, Dr. Liu Jiabao. Professor Liu Jiabao currently serves as Senior Professor and Doctoral Supervisor of Liberal Arts, Vice Chairman of the China Artists Association, the Director of the Design Education Advisory Committee within the Ministry of Education, and much, much more. Dr. Liu previously held the post of Dean of the Academy of Fine Arts and Design at Tsinghua University. With nearly 4 decades of dedication and teaching experience, Dr. Liu stands as a beacon of excellence in both academia and the arts. His influence extends far beyond the classroom. Please welcome Dr. Liu Jiabao.
尊敬的 Brandon 先生、阿莫瑞主任，以及各位苏富比美术学院的教师同仁，亲爱的各位毕业生、学生们，还有我们的来宾，大家上午好。
Dear Mr. Brandon Bestie and Anne-Marie Masha, fellow faculty of Sotheby Institute of Arts, and dear guests, good morning.
今天我非常荣幸地应邀来到这样的一个盛典，参加苏富比美术学院的毕业典礼。首先，我仅向所有毕业生们表示最热烈的祝贺。你们的勤奋、努力和坚持，使你们走到了今天这样一个光辉的时刻。在这个过程当中，激发了和深化了你们对艺术的热爱，对艺术的深刻理解。这是你们人生中一个重要的里程碑，也是迈向未来的新起点。
It's a great honor for me to be invited here today for the commencement of the Sotheby Institute of Arts. First of all, I would like to extend my warmest congratulations to all the graduates. Your determined efforts and persistence have brought you to this glorious moment, and in the process has inspired and deepens your love for art and your profound understandings of art management. This is an important milestone in your life and a new start points for the future.
对我来说，特别高兴的是，今天的毕业生当中，有苏富比美术学院和我们清华大学联合培养的艺术硕士管理研究生的毕业。作为这个项目的合作创立者之一，我感到无比的自豪和激动。回顾我们清华大学与苏富比美术学院多年的合作经历，我们共同致力于为学生们提供最优质的教育资源和最丰富的学习体验。我们的目标不仅仅是培养出色的艺术管理人才，更是希望你们在未来能够引领艺术的发展和艺术市场的发展，推动艺术文化的传播。
I am particularly pleased that among the students graduating today are Masters in Art Business graduates from Sotheby Institute of Arts and Tsinghua University. As one of the founders of this collaborative program, I am incredibly proud and excited. Looking back on our years on cooperations between Tsinghua University and Sotheby Institute of Arts, we are committed to providing students with the best education resources and the richest learning experience. Our goal is not only to calculate outstanding arts management talents, but also to hope that you can lead the development of art market and promote art cultures in the future.
艺术不仅是一种表现形式，更是一种力量。能够塑造我们的人格，增进不同文化、地域、国家、民族的相互包容和理解。艺术是跨越边界的语言，它能够连接心灵，打破隔阂，促进文化多样性的发展。通过艺术，我们能够看到他人的视野和视角，理解不同生活的体验。这种理解和包容对我们构建和谐的社会至关重要。
Art is not only a form of expression, but also a force that can shape our personalities and promote mature inquiries and understanding among different cultures, regions, countries, and nations. Art is a language that transcends borders, connecting hearts, breaking down barriers, and promoting cultural diversity. Through art, we will see the perspectives of others and understand different life experience. And this understanding and inclusively is essential to build a harmony society.
在这里，我要特别感谢苏富比美术学院的各位同仁，感谢你们对我们合作项目的支持和贡献。展望未来，我们清华大学与苏富比美术学院将进一步深化和拓展我们的合作，比如说在联合人才的培养、合作的科研、师资的交流、学生的互访 和国际艺术展览等等。我们相信，通过双方的共同努力，将培养出更多具有国际视野和专业素养的艺术管理人才，推动艺术管理教育的不断进步。
In particular, I would like to thank all the society as Sotheby's Institute of Arts for their support and contribution to our collaborative program. Looking ahead, Tsinghua University and Sotheby Institute of Arts will further deepen and expand our cooperation, such as joint tenant calculations, cooperation societies research, faculty exchanges, student visits, and international art exhibitions, etc. We believe that through the joint efforts of both sides, more art management talents with international visions and professional accomplishments will be calculated, and the continued progress of art management education will be promoted.
亲爱的毕业生，你们即将踏上新的旅程，面对新的挑战。请牢记，无论你们身处何处，将从事什么工作，你们都是母校的骄傲，你们的每一个成就都是我们共同的荣耀。
Dear graduates, you are about to embark on a new journey and face new challenges. Please remember, no matter where you are or what you do, you are the part of your alma mater. Every achievement you make is our common glory.
在未来的道路上，我也提几点希望与大家共勉。第一是保持学习的热情，无论我们取得多大的成就，只有持续学习，才能不断提升自己的能力和视野。第二，坚持创新，创新是推动艺术进步的关键，创造力是我们未来发展的源泉。第三，注重合作与交流，艺术管理是一个多元化的领域，开放的心态，积极的交流，与不同背景、不同文化的人的合作，能够发现更多的机会和激发更多的灵感。第四，铭记责任，在科技迅猛发展的变革的时期，特别是今天，作为艺术管理的人才，我们有责任以文化促进社会的进步和和谐，让艺术更好地服务于社会。
On the road ahead, I would like to share with you the following points. First, keep the enthusiasm of learning. No matter how much you have achieved, only by continuing to learn can we continually improve our abilities and vision. Second, continue to innovation. Innovation is the key to promote our art progress. Creativities are the source of future development. Third, focus on cooperation and exchange. Art management is a diversified field with an open mind, active communications, and cooperation with people from different backgrounds and different cultures. We can find more opportunities and inspire more inspiration. Fourth, remember responsibility. In the periods of change with the rapid developments of science and technology, as art management tenants, we bear the responsibilities to promote social harmony and progress with culture and arts. Let arts better serve society.
总之，希望你们继续秉持艺术的精神，用你们的才华和热情，推动艺术的全球化传播和发展，以勇气和智慧迎接未来的挑战，创造新时代的艺术新生态。谢谢大家。
In short, I hope you can continue to uphold the spirit of arts, use your talents and enthusiasm to promote the global communications and development of arts. Meet the challenge of the futures with courage and wisdom, and create a new ecological environment for art in the new era. Thank you all.
Thank you very much.
Now it is my great pleasure and honor to introduce our commencement speaker, Brooke Lampley. Brooke Lampley is Global Chairman and Head of Global Fine Art at Sotheby's The Auction House. She is responsible for receiving the global team of specialists across auctions, private sales, online sales, and marketplace channels for, hold your breath, contemporary, modern, old masters, Chinese, American, Latin American, modern British, photographs, 20th century design, art and objects, and prints department. She regularly works with the world's leading collectors and collections as a worldwide authority in modern masterpieces. Under Brooke's leadership, the Global Fine Arts Specialist teams harness cross-category integration and reinvented contemporary and modern marquee sale weeks globally. The global team's physical and digital presence is at the vanguard of innovative ways to reach the widest possible audience and improve the overall client experience for buying art. Widely sought after as an art world commentator, Brooke is valued for her insights on the rapidly evolving global art market and trends. She has been a regular contributor to broadcast television shows such as NBC's The Today Show, CNBC, Fox Business, Bloomberg, in addition to various print media. Brooke holds a Master's of Arts degree in History of Art from Yale University and a Bachelor of Arts degree in Literature and History of Art from Harvard College. Without further ado, please join me in welcoming Brooke Lampley to the podium.
Thank you so much, Anne-Marie, and to the entire Sotheby's Institute faculty, thank you so much for the invitation to speak here today. It's a true honor. And to the graduates, thank you so much for having me here, having an opportunity to share a little bit of my journey from where you're sitting to where I'm standing, and sharing this day with me as it's also a commencement of sorts for me. Today is my last day at Sotheby's, concluding a 19-year chapter of my career working at auction houses, and I will be moving forward in a new part of the art world, working at Gagosian Gallery starting this fall. I also am delighted to be here and have the commencement that I never enjoyed for my master's degree, a degree I earned but never commemorated this way. I'll return to that, but in the meanwhile, I must refer back to my undergraduate commencement day. It was a day surely like yours, full of hope and expectation, the first step on what I thought was a certain path. But on that day I had anticipated for so long, first of all, I was late. Somehow I managed to oversleep, and all of my friends were in the processional texting me that I was late and missing it. And then shortly after I arrived, after we were making our way to our seats, it began to rain. But not like a little rain, it was a torrential downpour. And all of us in our carefully selected graduation clothes had to wear trash bags that were handed out to us because nobody had an umbrella. So this should have been a sign. Commencement was not, in fact, the perfectly organized and sunny, glorious day I expected it to be. It was a mess. This was not the plan. To step back, I'm a planner. I had fallen in love with art history when I first took an art history course in high school my sophomore year. I come from a very creative family. My mom was an artist, her sisters are in fashion and architecture, her parents painted and wrote poetry. I grew up going to museums my whole life, and I lived in a house full of paintings my mom copied from artists like Matisse, Rothko, and Warhol, and signed her name to. I was bookish and studious and good at school, but I was linear and not obviously creative. And when I found art history, it gave me a way to connect to all of the creativity that surrounded me that I cared for so much, but in an academic way. It was the perfect fit. I kept taking art history, I wrote my college application essay about the wonder of witnessing linear perspective in a Masaccio fresco in Florence for the first time. When I got to college, I didn't even major in art history because I already knew that I was going to go to graduate school in the subject. I applied to PhD programs in my last year of college and never thought about doing anything else. Life was going to plan. And then a few things happened. I met my future husband, who had won a fellowship to travel in the year after college, and I decided to defer my acceptance to the PhD program for a year to join him. After we traveled, I needed to find a job before my program started in the fall. I applied to bookstores and restaurants. I thought a magna cum laude Ivy League grad would be pretty appealing. I didn't even get a call back. I went to Harvard, and I couldn't get a job at Barnes & Noble. I finally got an unpaid internship at the Hirshhorn Museum, which was a great foot in the door for an aspiring curator like me. But I remember today very clearly the day when the director came to speak to all of the interns in the program, and someone asked the best advice for aspiring art historians, and they said, take any internship you can get and don't worry about getting paid. And while today, I would tell you that these internships are extremely valuable to get your foot in the door and to impress people in the institution and have them get to know you, which is a real advantage in an application process. But something about the career advice that a potentially eternal future of unpaid work was advisable didn't really sit right with me. I went off to my PhD program in the fall, still blissfully optimistic that I had the best plan, that I would be rewarded for my consistency, perseverance, and dedication. Instead, I found myself the youngest of a cohort of students who had lived, had varied career experiences, families and children, and who had come to the PhD program with a plan wholly unlike mine, not just to learn, but to use the program in every paper and opportunity towards a very clearly defined goal. They all knew where they wanted to go. I only knew I was there and hoped 7 years later, or whenever I completed my PhD, that I would get a job, somewhere. Suddenly, my ambition to be a curator felt a lot less like a plan and more like a vague idea. I didn't know if I liked working in large corporate cultures or a small entrepreneurial one. I didn't know if I liked a fast pace or a slower environment. I suddenly felt like I didn't know that much at all about myself. I knew that I loved art. It was not the first time my plan let me down, and it wouldn't be the last. I decided to take a leave of absence to fully confirm my unfailing desire to be a curator. I went to work in a museum. I found it slow, bureaucratic, and unfulfilling. I had a boss who didn't think I could do any research while also satisfying my administrative mandate. I wanted to work longer hours and do extra work. And they said, but you haven't finished your PhD. I said, okay, I'm confused. I had to find a job that I would like. This was really the first time that I opened myself up to different opportunities. I applied to galleries, magazines, book publishers, and yes, auction houses. I had previously subscribed to a stereotype. I thought all girls at auction houses wore twin sets and pearl collars and were superficial and not intellectual. But pretty soon, it was the first job I ever loved. I worked at Christie's for 13 glorious years and enjoyed every opportunity the Impressionist and Modern department had to offer. And when I reached, I can't get it to stay on my head. When I reached what I thought was the summit of my career and was appointed head of the department, I promptly took on a new challenge and had a baby. It took a long time, but I eventually learned that my plan was not helping me. It was standing in my way. The best laid plans are meant to be broken. I didn't plan to leave Christie's ever, but Sotheby's presented an opportunity for me to evolve, to work across categories, and not just Impressionist and modern art, to become the bigger the leader of a bigger team than I ever expected to lead. And now as I say this, I'm leaving Sotheby's today to pursue a new challenge I never anticipated and never pursued, to learn the primary art market at Gagosian. This is quite literally the opposite of where I planned to go. So if I have to give brief advice, my advice to you is to make a plan, but don't let it define you. Make a plan, but change it. Challenge yourself, bet on yourself, and trust yourself to go all the places you always wanted to go and all the places you never imagined you would. And as a working mom with 2 young children, don't let anybody tell you what you can do. Only you decide that. I will confess, and you should know, I give up. I found life a lot easier and more straightforward before I left school. If I made a plan and stuck to it in school, it basically always worked. Not being able to get a job at a restaurant or Barnes & Noble was bewildering to me. So those first few years were really tough. But I was right about one thing all along. I love art, as do you. To this day, the fact that I get to wake up in the morning and it's my job to talk to people about art or to see art is to me an absurd privilege and luxury. And letting my heart guide me to art and away from many other practical careers that may have attracted me at times is what sets me apart from many of my friends today. Because I do something that I truly love to do. And while I don't do what I thought I set out to do, it turns out that the art world afforded many more options and choices and career paths than I ever realized to begin with. So chart your course, change course, let opportunity be your compass, and follow your instincts. Make the best plan you can, and then break it when you need to. All the best choices I made were never in the plan. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brooke. I can empathize with a lot of the things you said today. I was in graduate school and couldn't get a job in a sandwich shop, but I got hired by the Metropolitan Museum of Art. So sometimes, yes, you never know where you're going to end up. And now, the moment you have all been waiting for, the presentation of the candidates for the master's degrees and certificates in Fine and Decorative Arts and Design, Contemporary Art, and Art Business. I would just like to ask a little favor, as difficult as this will be. Please hold your applause until all students in each program have been recognized. Thank you very much, and I would like to call to the podium Dr. Bernard Ver. Please come forward and present the candidates in Fine and Decorative Art and Design.
On behalf of Sotheby's Institute of Art, New York, it is my pleasure to present the representatives of the graduating classes of 2023 and 2024 in the Fine and Decorative Art and Design program. My faculty colleagues join me in acknowledging their accomplishments. They are Isabella Danese, Cassandra Ibrahim, Sarah Lee, and Matt Luo.
Will Dr. Judith Hacking please come forward and present the candidates in contemporary art?
On behalf of Sotheby's Institute of Art, New York, it is my pleasure to present the representatives of the graduating classes of 2023 and 2024 in the Contemporary Art program. My faculty colleagues join me in acknowledging their accomplishments. They are Nisha Balia, Kinder Gandor, Yu Chin Lin, and Mary Grayson Willis. Congratulations. Will Judith Prouda, distinguished member of the Art Business faculty, please come forward and present the candidates in Art Business?
On behalf of Sotheby's Institute of Art, New York, it is my pleasure to present the representatives of the graduating classes of 2023 and 2024 in the Art Business program. My faculty colleagues join me in acknowledging their accomplishments. They are Abir Bavik, Carolina Abra, Adela Mater, Rachel Bear, Lucretia Boisier, Maurizio Cazadei, Luisa Castellanos Bore, Ruby Flora Chang, Manaka Cohen, Bianca Di Dona, Angelina Diamante, Zahire Huang, Maurizia Garcia Mirogeri, G.A. Igu, Shota Hashikatsako, William Sonny Hardman, Constantia. Samantha Hoffman. Xiaoran Huang. Daeyun Kim. Saehwan Kim. Anastasia. Anastasia Kusitoma. Jihui Alice Lau. Aura LaBelle. Stephen Lee. William Lee. Bailey Lee. Jian Jenny Lang. Xiaobin Lee. Xiaobin Bin Lee. Lin. Lisa Lowe. Dee Lu.
Jalin Ma. Bahar Orobi. Natalia Pack. Ling Feng Pan. Xiaolin Qiu. Sofia Raffetto. Arabella Ripart. Bruna Ribeiro Schnoll. Imbal Safdi. Lara Sleeman.
Excuse me. That way, we're doing a live stream.
Alexandra Sokolova.
Excuse me.
Sung. Denise Tep. William Tomita. Luana Maria Totea. Noah Tyler. Xiao Shan Alisa Wang. Dong Peng Wang. Jianing Wang. Zoe Weingarten. Kato Wong. Angel Ensui Wu.
Excuse me? Right.
1-1. Jia Zhang Zhang. Liu Zhao. Will the graduates please rise? Do we have latecomers in the room? Somebody coming from JFK? Please be patient. You know there's a lot of traffic in New York City. I cannot close the ceremony until we are all here together. It's a moment of tension. We're all good? By virtue of the authority granted by the New York State Education Department, vested in the Board of Trustees of Sotheby's Institute of Art, New York, and delegated to me, I hereby confer your degrees and declare you fully entitled to all their rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities. Today, we celebrate and recognize your extraordinary accomplishments. Congratulations. I extend to each of you our very best wishes for the future. I now ask the members of the classes of 2023 and 2024 to follow the platform party to the reception. Esteemed family and guests, please remain at your seats until the processional has passed. I now declare this ceremony.
Let's go.